Hello again, it's Noob, and here we have a Hugo lock GTA 45, and this was sent to me all the way from Greece by Isaac. Now, I really quite like this style of American lock clone locks. They're just normally pretty great. Some are average, some are really good. There are better ones and there are worse ones. But when I took this out of the packet, I instantly thought this is probably going to be one of the better ones. Now, I do have to say that I have recorded the introduction of this video twice. This is my second time of doing it. It's because I only realised at the end of my first go that this tells you what's inside the lock. And I didn't notice the first time, and I don't want to show you because I want the whole video to be a surprise, because it was to me. I didn't actually look at the front when I picked the lock, so but I would have known more of what's inside, not where inside, but what was inside if I had looked at the front. Now, it does say this is security rating 5, and that is out of 10. Having picked this, I would say that that is a really, really good shout. It is about a 5 out of 10. It's got this anodized aluminium body, a molybdenum shackle, which is kind of cool, and all the rest is kind of standard stuff. However, what's kind of cool about this lock, which makes it a little bit different to a lot of the aluminium locks, American lock clones, is that it has a paracentric keyway, and the bitting is really good, and it has 6 pins. So good bitting, 6 pins, and a paracentric keyway, which means that even with an 18 thousandths hook like this, I can't sort of go in straight down the keyway like I could with an American lock, but I can pick up through the holes in the warding where the pins are. So that's kind of cool. That's how we're actually going to attack this lock. Right, enough chatter. Let's pop this in a vise and have a pick, and then we'll gut it and we'll see what the pins are together. No cheating. Okay, so we're in the vise. Just look at this amazing key. Why amazing? It's very high at the front, very high at the back, some real low cuts in the middle. Just makes it more challenging to pick, especially with that paracentric keyway. Lock it back up. Nice strong core tension as well. Got a medium hook, got some top of the keyway tension. Just going to pop that in and kind of wiggle it into some warding. There you go. Got some turning force now. Going to go in to the back. Pin 6. Nothing. 5, nothing. 4. Little click. And some core turning. So just try 6 again. Nothing on 6. Maybe something on 5. 4, 3. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. 1. 1 feels good. Anything on 2? Yeah, little click on 2. Okay, back to pin 6 then. Ah, hear that click on 6? That's good. 5, counter rotation, and oh, we are open. Oh, do you see how stiff that was to look at that? So stiff to turn. We are open, but wow, that is a really, really, really strong core spring. It makes this lock somewhat difficult to pick. Now it's all unlocked. I'm just going to let go. Oh, I thought it'd spring round. But it is, yeah, just that last bit especially is really strong, surprisingly strong. Okay, well, let's see what's in this pretty fun lock, actually. It really is a really good fun lock. Pinning tray. Do I have a screwdriver nearby? I do, for once. Let's see how quickly we can do this. Normally pretty good with these American lock style locks. Felt like there's some serrations in there and some spooling. At least that's what I felt. I could be wrong. It's sort of hard to predict, isn't it? Because shallow spools or spools in a lock with the right bitting can feel like little serrations. So pop this in. I don't know what's inside, so if we don't know what's inside a lock, we will take the circlip off first. You'd think when you, after doing this 100 million times, I'd remember to do something like take a circlip off, but you know, here we are. Just turn that off, doesn't ping across the room, so that's good. Right, now we can get the key. Now we can turn it, now we can put the shim in. There we go. Like that. Let's grab one of these and push out the plug like that. And have a look at this. So it looks like we've got some possibly steel pins at the front, some anti-drill bars here, and then some nice. I accidentally tipped out the first 2 pins, which is a bit of a shame, but I know that the second one is longer, so the first one is short. So there we go. Then pop these back in. I'll make sure it works with the key when I repin it. And that one at the back short too. So it looks like, just like an American lock, you have some serrations and things like Federal 98 on the key pins if they're long enough. So if they're long, you'll have serrations, and if they're short, there won't be any room for them. There you go. Put those back. Now let's have a look at the plug. Ooh, that looks to me like undercutting. So maybe there are some serrations, or I don't know what else it could be actually. Gins? Nah, doubt it. Well, you don't know till you try it. Let's have a look. What do we have? Okay, so standard steel pin. Standard again, nothing too exciting so far. Oh, a nice spool. Sort of like a stepped barrel shaped pin. Another spool, and right at the back, what do we have? Another spool. Okay, so like I said, they felt like serrations, but they weren't. Or little brass pins in there, nothing to worry about. No point taking those out. But this is an interesting pin. Is this an anti-bump pin? In that it should sit at the top of the lock here instead of going all the way down. Yes, so this is an anti-bump pin. It doesn't sit all the way down into the keyway. It sits on a little ledge, so maybe that undercutting isn't an undercut, maybe it's just an incredibly small ledge. So that will sit there and be an anti-bump pin. Let me just try with a hook, a sharper hook. What do I have? Something like this, okay. Is that undercutting or not? No, I think it's just a little ledge. Really hard to tell with the lighting, but that's just a little ledge so the anti-bump pins can sit on it. It feels like it's very, very thin though. You can see that little line, can't you, just here? But no, so it's not undercutting, which is a shame, but it would be impressive if it was. Move these pins up for you, and you can see that this is actually very, very similar to something like the Federal 90A, or whatever the equivalent is with the wider 50mm body. Is it 50mm? Yeah, I think so. It says GTA 45, maybe it's 45. We'll have to measure it, won't we? Let me see if I've got a ruler nearby. This is a... Oh, yep, it's 45, not 50. That's why it's called the 45. Okay, so yeah, it's very much like the Federal 90As in that they've got some steel pins, they've got serrations on the key pins, spools, and an anti-bump pin as well as a driver. But yeah, pretty good lock actually. I think the combination of that slightly paracentric keyway just makes it hard to navigate, and of course the bitting was brilliant for this type of lock, and 6 pins. I actually really like this Hugo. I think it's brilliant actually. It's a really good lock. Definitely recommend to other pickers. So if you enjoyed this video, please do give me a like. If you've got any comments about this lock, do you own one, have you picked one, leave them below. I read all the comments and reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel out. Did I actually say that in properly? Please consider subscribing. That's better. It really helps my channel out. And I'll see you all next time.